Mercedes 280 SL R107, the gem among 107s. I haven't done a video exclusively devoted to the R107 280 SL. These cars, which were built from 1974 to 1985, were basically the sports car, the true sports car of the 107 lineup. The 500 SL was kind of like a muscle car in that you really had to work hard to drive one like a sports car, but if you needed to run somebody down in a BMW that flipped you the bird, roll down your window while balancing the steering wheel with your knee at 100 miles an hour, and blow their window out with a sawed-off shotgun, it was entirely possible. But in the 280 SL, you know, the 280 SL was more about having a lithe, kind of sporty, high-revving Mercedes. So one of the things about the 280 SL that I love is the small displacement M110 engine that produces 185 horsepower. This is especially true on the 1974 to 76 D-Jetronic versions with manual transmissions. In 1977, the 280 SL received K-Jetronic injection, but don't worry, Mercedes still managed to find 185 horsepower under the hood of those cars too, and they continue to offer them with manual transmissions, both 4 and 5-speed. By 1981, the 5-speed option began to be more popular, as well as the automatic transmission option. The automatic was 722.1 all the way to 1980, and then starting in 1981, I believe they started using the 722.3 in those cars. The best thing about the 280 SL, other than the fuel economy of the 5-speed version, though, is that beautiful, smooth, high-revving M110 engine. The valve noise that it makes, the fact that it really has the ability to rev to almost 7,000 RPM without running out of breath. The ease of, I wouldn't call it super easy to service, but items like timing chains last longer on the M110 engine than they do on the V8 cars. The cooling system was a really good cooling system. It was effective even with AC. And I don't know, I just love the engine, you know, especially coupled with the manual. Now, some downsides of the 280 SL include the fact that automatic versions came with a really tall rear axle ratio. Even the early manuals did too. Later on, the axle ratio was relaxed down to, I think, I think it was relaxed to 346 or 369 in certain markets. So, like, most manual 280 SLs used a 3.69 ratio, which is tolerable, but the automatics, boy, they used 392 ratios, and 369 ratios did not start to come into play until later, if I'm right. Now, I know, Mike, if you're watching, you're going to correct me, so I'm open to correction on this because I haven't figured out when the rear axle ratios changed, but all I know is that a lot of owners of automatic 280 SLs complain about extremely high engine speeds. The other thing, of course, would be climate control. A lot of these cars had sort of dumpy aftermarket AC systems put in where you have to do some extra work to make the system work right. I remember on my buddy Joe's 280 SL 5-speed, I changed his dashboard, and when I pulled the dash, underneath the dashboard in the center vent was a piece of styrofoam. Why? I was put there by whoever put the AC in. Once I pulled that stupid freaking piece of styrofoam out, the car had great cold air coming out of the center vents. Stupidest thing I've ever seen. It's like the person putting the thing together had no idea what they were doing. And also, judging by their work when they pulled the dash, yeah, they really didn't know what they were doing. So, you know, check out the AC system. Although some of these cars were optioned with factory air, some of them were optioned with automatic climate control. some of them were optioned with dual zone climate control, without AC and with AC. The standard compressor on those cars is a York compressor, which kind of doesn't go very well with the high revving nature of the engine if you are sort of a hard driver. But the good news was that the Nippon Denso unit and bracket that were supplied with the 1985 model year M110 engine can easily be retrofitted to the 280SL. You do need a person who can weld aluminum to cut the ports out of the York compressor and weld them to the fittings on the 280SL's compressor, which is what I did on one of my customers' cars, so that you have continuity and the original AC hoses can bolt up. Because who wants to see like a super nice car and then open the hood and see a bunch of dumpy, shoddy work, right? Are you guys with me? Anyway, sorry, it seems like there's an infestation of silverfish here today. Anyway, the 280SL is a real gem, and they are really fun to drive, and you can buy one for $10,000 to $20,000 for a decent car. So if you like the look of the Euro SL and you're willing to give up the V8 sledgehammer power of a 560, the 280 might be the car for you, especially a manual. Values of these cars have started to creep up, so for a really nice 285 speed, high 20s, possible all day long. And for a time capsule car, 40 grand, 45 grand if it has AC. Car with 5-speed AC, low miles, write the checks, $50,000 for a car that's got under 20,000 miles on it, maybe even more if the colors are right. So, and again, watch out for rust because these were Euro market cars, and watch out for bad emissions or DOT implementations. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want a 280SL Euro or any other 107, reach out to me at mbownersforlife@gmail.com. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below. Do the like, the share, the subscribe, and the bell. And if you're supporting us on Patreon, God bless you. We'll talk to you again next time from the amazing world of Pierre Hedary.